Hello. Hi. I'm Sandy Walden from Serenity, your Master Grief Coach and Master Grief Coach trainer. Many, many years ago, okay, that makes me sound like a dinosaur, but many years ago, a wonderful woman who was a treasured friend and most appreciated teacher introduced me to a book called The Four Agreements. It's by Don Miguel Ruiz. Ruiz? I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. The link is down below here. If you've worked with me in person, there's a really good chance I've given you a copy of this book. And in fact, just before I decided to do the live, I went to my bookshelf to pull off the copy. I wanted to show it to you. I must have given away my last copy. I'm forever visiting secondhand bookstores and buying as many of these as I can because I like to give them out the way other people give out butterscotch candy. The idea of this book and why I give out so many copies is because it lays out four very simple, magnificently profound agreements by which to live our lives. Now, as I said, I've given a copy probably to every client I've ever worked with, and it's interesting because this was long before I put my focus on grief. If I was working with you with hypnosis, Reiki, or any sort of coaching, because I've been a coach for many, many years, you got a copy. This is my personal map, guide. I don't know quite what language to use. Now, these agreements, it's a beautiful story. It's a short book. I think it's 134 pages. It's very, very short. It's very simple. Simple doesn't always mean easy, does it? So today, I'd like to talk to you about the first agreement. In the next couple of days, I'm going to spend a little time talking to you about the others as well. I'd love to hear your feedback. Once I lost my son, these agreements became even more important to me. And I think you'll begin to understand why. The first agreement is be impeccable with your word. It's big, isn't it? It really goes along with that say what you mean what you say, but be deliberate. Be aware of the words you are speaking because they will land for others in a way that we may not always intend. This agreement has prompted me, has caused me, I might even say, to rethink many things, particularly when I was in earliest grief. I've had to think, I shouldn't say I've had to, I've chosen to think and often reframe, as I've already done a few times during this recording, what I was saying because I want to be very deliberate about what message is delivered. When I was very angry, it helped me to take that breath and think a few moments. What words do I want to use? What message do I want to convey? What is honest without being deliberately hurtful? What is honest? Honest. I don't need to in any way build something up or make it different. Be impeccable with my word. It's been huge for me. I can have a very quick temper. It's getting better with age, and these agreements have helped. I can sometimes, let's be honest, often speak without running things through the filter. There are many who would be very happy to tell you that my filter has got holes or maybe it's been removed altogether. But something quite wonderful has happened for me, and I trust that it can happen for you too if you choose. Holding on to that agreement, be impeccable with your word, has become second nature to me over this many years. And so that filter is more automatic. I want to deliver words that are honest without ever being unnecessarily harsh or unkind. It's helped me to think about what messages I want to be received by others. Be impeccable with your word. Think about the language that's coming out of you, spoken or written. Something we see all the time are things that are posted on Facebook. Sometimes it's a rant or a venting, and I'm not opposed. I just want to invite you to be very careful about where you might share something like that. Is it what you want to have out there? Are the words really what your heart intends to express? And actually, social media is a great example, because we know that pictures, words, whatever we put on social media is there forevermore. In a similar way, words that we express to others are taken in and are kept within them. Do we want it to stay there? If we are impeccable with our word, we are deliberate with our words, with our language, with our messages. Yes, it's completely reasonable to vent, even to rant if that's what's necessary. Do so in a very safe environment where your messages will not be exposed to the masses. And even when I need to vent about something, having this agreement in my mind as part of my being after all of these years has caused venting to shift as well. It's caused me to think about when words have landed in a way that's really harsh or hurtful, it's caused me to think about the intention behind it. Excuse me, I'm dry. Was the person who was speaking being impeccable with their word? Were these words that were spoken or written what was intended? I don't know. I can only imagine. But again, it prompts me to be very careful and deliberate about my language. How about you? I would love, first of all, I really want to encourage you to get your own copy of the book. Secondhand bookstores, Amazon, I put a link for Amazon down below. There's also the Audible version, and if I'm not mistaken, it's read by Peter Coyote. It's wonderful to listen to, and I've listened to it many times over the years too, because messages are absorbed in different ways when we read as opposed to when we listen. This book is worth listening to as well as reading. I would love to hear your thoughts below. What does it mean to you to be impeccable with your word? Does that come naturally to you? Does it take a little work? Is it something that feels good to you to step into, to say, this will make my life better? It's certainly helped me more than I can possibly express in these few minutes on my grief journey. And I truly believe it'll help you as well, and that's why I wanted to share it. Tomorrow I'm going to get on here a little bit and talk about the next agreement, which makes a lot of people say, all of these agreements are simple. I find them, as I've said, very profound and life-changing, and not easy at all. That doesn't mean for me that it's all or nothing. It means it's something that I work toward, and that makes my life richer. And I believe it will make your life richer and better as well. I'm Sandy Walden from Serenity, your Master Grief Coach and Master Grief Coach Trainer. Namaste.